development's going to take anywhere from around 18 months to 2 years, and that really does depend on how long the council permitting process takes. So just to step you through a bit of a timeline in terms of what the process is, we would normally get started with a financial feasibility and a market assessment, which normally takes around 6 to 8 weeks. From there, we can then start to engage our consultants to start preparing concept plans for a council application, and we normally give that around another 4 to 6 weeks to have a full application prepared that can be lodged into council. Once it goes into council, council have their set time frames around how long it actually takes to be received, uploaded into their system, and then reviewed by a town planner that's been allocated the application. Once they're happy and they've got their mind around the application and what's being applied for, they'll then come back to the applicant with basically a set of questions or some preliminary issues around the application itself, which we then go back and respond with. At some point in the council process, there's always a public notification period where the neighbours and the general public have got an opportunity to object to the application if they choose to, and there's a waiting time around that as well. If there's no problems with the development application whatsoever, council will generally move straight into making a decision, which will either be an approval or in some cases a refusal, and council will supply what their reasons are with the refusal. Now in Victoria, which is the main state where we do all of our developments, Victoria's got what's called VCAT, which is a tribunal where a decision can be appealed in front of a member. Now that process generally takes anywhere from 4 to 6 months to get a decision, and this is where we can start to really lose track of time in the development, being that it'll either take 18 months or 24 months depending on that decision that council makes. After that, once the approval has been obtained, we then move into what's called the building approval stage, where we're now starting to design detailed working drawings that a builder can then quote from. We're looking at the engineering, civil engineering, mechanical engineering, we're talking about structural engineering, landscape engineering. So all those reports are then created. Same thing with energy rating reports. We then go on site and test all the soil, get the classification of the soil so that the foundations can be created, and then we move forward to engaging a building surveyor that can issue a building permit. And while all this is happening, we've generally got a pre-sale marketing campaign that we're running, which will then be promoting the development itself, and we're obtaining pre-sales to then de-risk the project. So that way then when we're ready to go to the bank to obtain the finance for the construction period, they're happy because all of their debt coverage has already been met, because there's ready purchasers that have signed a contract and deposited money into a trust account committing to a purchase once the development's finished. That whole process plus construction plus settlement generally takes anywhere from 18 to 24 months. If you were looking to do that development yourself, because if you haven't done that project before, you're looking to navigate your way through it, it can take a lot more time than that. I've seen people be messing around with developments themselves when they haven't done it, they haven't got any experience, they haven't got anyone helping them out, and it's taken 4 years, 5 years to get through a project. So when you're looking at the investment, you're looking at how quickly you can turn that investment around. Generally speaking, it's better to work with someone who knows what they're doing.